69 players walked onto TPC Southwind this week. 70 were supposed to be there. There is no Monday qualifier. If a qualified golfer skips the tournament, the field just shrinks and stays shrunk. That is exactly what happened to Daniel Berger. Berger finished the regular season ranked 60th in the FedExCup standings. That is safely inside the top 70 line. He earned his spot fair and square. But Berger has fought a serious back injury for years now, and he decided this was not the week to push through it. The tour confirmed it publicly. The 2026 FedEx St. Jude Championship would be played with 69 golfers instead of 70. Here is why this hurts so much more than a normal skipped event. Only the top 50 players after this week move on to the BMW Championship in St. Louis. Berger sat at number 60. He needed to move up 10 spots without swinging a single club. There was no mathematical path. By choosing not to play, he did not just miss one tournament. He ended his entire 2026 postseason in one quiet decision. A four-time tour winner with nearly $33 million in career earnings, and his name simply will not appear on a leaderboard this week. That is one story. Now let's talk about the players who never got the invitation at all. Brooks Koepka is the name everyone is talking about. 5 major championships, a legacy already carved into golf history. He left LIV Golf back in December, pointing to his family as the reason, and rejoined the PGA Tour in January with 0 guarantees. No signature event favors. No free pass into the postseason. He had to earn every single point himself. Across 15 starts this season, Koepka managed exactly one top 10 finish. And the strange part is, his golf was not even the problem. He ranked 29th on tour in strokes gained overall, 8th in approach play, 12th off the tee. His putter betrayed him, ranking 115th in strokes gained putting. He needed roughly a solo 4th-place finish at the Wyndham Championship just to sneak inside the number. He opened with a 67, then a 66, then 4 early bogeys wrecked his Saturday. He finished tied for 67th. Listen to what he said afterward, because this is not a golfer making excuses. Yeah, pretty disappointed. I think it's pretty pathetic that I can't get through 0 top 10s basically in 2 years. To be in the prime of your career and be as good as I think I am, I think that's very pathetic, disappointing. Just need to go home and completely reevaluate everything. That is a 5-time major winner grading his own season an outright failure. Jason Day's story hits differently. 13 tour wins, a PGA Championship title in 2015, and an active streak of 18 consecutive years reaching the FedExCup Playoffs. 18 years. That streak survived injuries, slumps, and every wave of new young talent the tour produced. This week it ended at Sedgefield Country Club when he shot 71 and 73 and missed the cut. He did not hide from it. My body's been really awful actually this year, so just to try and grind through it has been tough. He added that the last 2 days were hard just to get his body ready to compete. On the streak itself, he said it plainly. It was a good streak, obviously, but I would have loved to keep the streak going, but things happen. You know, you're not going to keep everything going forever. Keegan Bradley's run also snapped this week. 15 straight postseason appearances dating back to 2011 came to an end at the very same golf course, and here is the twist that makes this one sting even more. Bradley is the sitting United States Ryder Cup captain, fresh off a home defeat. He needed roughly a share of 38th place and finished tied for 49th instead. Tony Finau's streak was arguably the longest of them all. He had never once missed the FedExCup Playoffs in his entire tour career. That streak is now over too. And then there is Stephen Fisk, who might have the cruelest story of the entire week. While the best players alive were competing at the Open Championship in July, Fisk went out and won the ISCO Championship in a playoff. His second career victory. It rocketed him from 99th all the way to 60th in the standings. Then he missed the cut in each of his final 3 starts, including the Wyndham Championship itself. He arrived at Sedgefield, sitting 69th, and left it 71st. A tour champion this very season, and he is not in the field this week. Billy Horschel finished 100th and called his own season an F on a report card. Lucas Glover landed at 101st. Joel Dahman missed out for a 5th consecutive year. This postseason cutoff used to sit at the top 125 players before it dropped brutally to the top 70 starting in 2025. 55 golfers who would have easily qualified under the old rules are simply done for the summer under the new one. Now here is where the story flips from heartbreak to pure adrenaline. Michael Brennan arrived at the Wyndham Championship, needing something close to a miracle. He delivered it. 5 straight birdies from hole 4 through hole 8 on Sunday. A closing round of 64. 22 under par for the tournament, and a 3-shot win. That single round launched him from around 105th all the way up to 47th in the standings, his second career tour title. And as a bonus, it locked him a spot in the Masters next April at a golf course, sitting roughly 25 miles from Wake Forest University, where he once starred as a college golfer. Then there is Jackson Kuhn, 21 years old. He turned pro in June after leaving Auburn University and won the 3M Open in only his 3rd professional start. Heading into the final round at Sedgefield, he held exactly the 70th and final qualifying spot. He closed with a 71 to finish 8 under. He actually dropped outside the line after an early bogey before clawing his way back to level par by hole 6 and holding on from there. 2 players still on the course had a chance to knock him out. Neither made the putt they needed. Kuhn survived by 8 points. His 6 career professional starts are the second fewest of any golfer ever to reach the FedExCup Playoffs. Only Tiger Woods with 5 starts got in with less. Here is Kuhn in his own words after the round. There's definitely some added pressure today, felt it coming down the stretch. Just tried to stay committed and make good swings. Obviously, I wanted to make the playoffs, and I knew that was a far-fetched goal. He added something that says everything about this whole crazy week. It's a different type of nerves when you know you don't have your stuff and you've got to go out there and execute some shots. So here is where the line sits right now heading into Thursday. Maverick McNeely holds the final safe spot at number 50. Just outside sits Harris English, then Max Homa, then Sungjae Im, then Jordan Spieth, then Sam Stevens. Spieth's situation deserves its own mention. 13 tour wins, 93 career top 10 finishes, and somehow he is the only player inside this top 70 field who has not recorded a single top 10 all season. His last win came back at the 2022 RBC Heritage. He needs roughly a solo 23rd place finish just to survive the cut line this week and avoid, depending on sponsor exemptions the tour is actively phasing out. At the very top, Scottie Scheffler leads with a massive cushion of nearly 800 points despite winning only once all year. 5 runner-up finishes tell the story of a golfer who has been in contention nearly every single week. My pick to win it all is Scheffler. That much contention with that much of a lead through 4 rounds and no cut is simply too much talent to ignore. But the story I am watching closest is Jordan Spieth. A solo 23rd is a brutal number for a player without a single top 10 this year, but a full season of signature events in 2027 hangs in the balance, and that is more than enough motivation for a competitor like him. Coverage kicks off Thursday and Friday on Golf Channel from 2 to 6 Eastern Time. Saturday and Sunday, Golf Channel picks it up from 1 to 3 before CBS takes over through 6. Drop a comment and tell me the one name you cannot believe is not playing in Memphis this week. If this breakdown helped you understand the chaos behind this year's playoffs, hit subscribe right here on PGA Updates Hub because we are covering every single twist of this postseason all the way through East Lake. See you in the next one.